Hey everyone, how you doing? Thanks for joining us on Vacation Station TV, a virtual getaway. And it is Thursday, and we are live in the Smoky Mountains, where you are virtually right next to me. See, right there. There you are. Right? Right. And here I am, going down the road, parked a little on the Union side. So I got there, put up the windows, and a little bit of traffic, nothing really talk about as far as traffic goes. And I do believe people will be coming in, and they are coming in today, but not in the droves. It is Labor Day weekend coming up. Most people will be off tomorrow. It'll be a 3-day weekend, so enjoy it. There's lots to do. It's supposed to be pretty good weather. There's just a few puffy clouds, no real rain, but you never can rule out when you go into the mountains an isolated shower. That's not unusual, but they're very brief indeed. It was funny the other day. I'm sitting in the cabin. It's pouring. It is pouring. It poured for well over an hour straight. Went just down the hill a little ways to Pigeon Forge. Not a drop. Not a drop. About 2 miles away, and not a drop. That's how it works here in the mountains. I'm running errands today. I just figured I'd let you join in with me. We could go for a ride in the Subaru, and there are lots of out-of-town plates. Not on the right there. That's a local, but the other two they're from out of town. The ones in front of them are from out of town. A lot of out-of-towners. This is the last weekend of summer. This is it. If you're coming up, this is like when most people do come up. They make that last hoorah, and they enjoy themselves, and you should. A lot of places, like if I'm not mistaken, like River Rats, they'll be closing down for the season. And there are other places, especially when it has to do with water activities. Now, a lot of the attractions, they'll stay open till, oh God, I can't remember the one in the Splash Country. They'll stay open a little while longer. But a lot of them, because the water, let me tell you something, you decide to go for a little swim in these streams, you're going to be shocked at how cold the water is. That mountain water is freezing. So be prepared for that. Best way is just go in. Don't dip your toe in, just plunge in. You'll be over it in a couple of seconds. Your body will get used to it, or you'll die of a major heart attack. One or the other. I don't know. Oh, God. Loretta Laws, how are you? Good afternoon, Jeff. Looks like an awesome day in the Smoky Mountains. It is an awesome day. Beautiful. Nice and cool last night, Loretta. Really, really nice. Met a bunch of people yesterday at the Goat Coaster. I want to thank Ningle's World. Nathan from Ningle's World gave me a beautiful book. I started reading it late last night, then I fell asleep, so I'll finish it up in the loft. Maybe over the weekend. I'm not too busy this weekend. I've got things to do. I just have to wait for the cooler weather. I really am anxious. I've got the stain for the deck. I'll do the upper and lower decks and the stairs and all that stuff, but I've got to have a nice cool day. Not a cold day, a cool day, so that I don't get jittery. And I've got all the tools I need, the rollers, the brushes, all the gallons of stain and all that nonsense. Oh, I hear the car wash calling me. I hear it. It's calling my name. Zip-tastic. See what happens. I just went to it yesterday, but I'm going to go into it again today. I go in almost every day. We'll see what happens. So how's your day going? I got my Weagle Wiggles coffee with me. Thank you. Weagle Wiggles. Pull right into the car wash. Let's see who else is. Now I can talk with you. Patsy and the Smokies. Hello, Pat. How are you? Open the vent so I get all that wonderful, good smell. Big Art. How are you? Do you have an unlimited plan? Yes, I do. Oh yeah. Otherwise, I'd be broke. If I had to come in every day and pay, $10, I'd be really complaining. It's the first month is $15. After that, it's $20 a month, and you come as many times as you want. And I've been in this car wash 3 times in a day, especially if the car gets really dusty, dirty. Oh, now the brushes are working today. Okay, good. Yesterday the brushes weren't working. I don't know what. Maybe they put me on the economy for a second. I go, hey, what's the deal here, Lucille? I don't pay for the economy. Oh, that smells good. Dry Creek Home Collections. How are you? If your house is looking dingy and vacant and the walls don't have anything on them, my suggestion is contact Dry Creek Home Collections and go to their website and pick out a bunch of cool stuff that you can make your house look warm and wonderful and inviting. Dry Creek Home Collections. Where home is not home unless Dry Creek Home Collections is in your living room. Big Art, love those. But yeah, I don't know when they started that, and I'm assuming it's been recent, but I used to go to the car wash once a week, and I'd be complaining, I'd be bitching. Man, I got to pay $10 just to drive through here, and then as I get out, it starts to rain. Now, I don't care. If it started raining, I'd go around and come back again. Big Art says, I'm coming down Gatlinburg Black Friday in November. Looking forward to all the Christmas decorations. It's so wonderful up here during the holiday season. They'll start putting Christmas decorations up in the next couple of 3 weeks, maybe even earlier. They don't skip a beat here. I'll wait till the noise is gone. All right, where's the green light? Give me the green light, for goodness sake. There. Okay. And I gotta fix my mirror. It always gets that passenger mirror. Zip-tastic. It's nice and clean now. Give me a second to just move the mirror back so I don't slam into somebody. All right. That's better. Now I can see what's off to the side here. So last night, we didn't leave the goat coaster till, if memory serves me, I think it was like 1:48 in the morning. Joshy and Stacy was there, Jeff and Tootsie camping. There were some other people that had come by to visit. We get a lot of people visiting. If you want to come and meet Miss Marie and myself, don't know why you want to, but if you want to, you come to the goat coaster. And at 3 o'clock, that's usually when both of us are there. And I don't stay there. I drop her off. I'll go in, I'll get a cup of coffee, and hang around, talk with everybody for a couple of minutes, and then I'm gone. I don't hang out there. I've got other things to do. But that's a great place to meet up because that's like almost a guarantee. T&Me TV. Tommy. Hey, Jeff. Tommy and I are watching. Hi, Teresa. How are you? And the dogs that won't die. No. How are you guys doing? Tommy taking a break today? That'd be nice if you did. If you get a chance, you go to my friend's channel, T&Me TV. And why should you go there? Because not only are you dealing with a very beautiful woman, Teresa, and really noisy dogs, is you've got Tommy White, musician profundo extraordinaire from the Grand Ole Opry. That's right, he's still there, still playing, even though his fingers are all arthritic and they don't move anymore. He's a star, and he is a great musician. I was very impressed the other day, Tommy. I saw that you did a video. I think it was your live. I didn't. I'm sorry I missed you on Monday. I was editing like a madman till the wee hours, and I saw that you picked up a guitar and you started playing that, and you are quite good at what you do. Never heard you play guitar before. How many points do I get for hitting this guy? Just kidding. Just kidding. Check out T and Me TV. And while you're at it, why not subscribe? Everybody that's on this channel, you subscribe, whether they have content or not. Subscribe. It shows support. It shows that you're part of this crazy, dysfunctional family that we call Vacation Station TV. It's more than just vacation stuff, as you know. It's anything and everything, but I always sprinkle in things that are happening in this wonderful place called the Smoky Mountains. I like to spice it up a little bit. I get bored with doing the same things over and over again. I mean, how many times can you go to Dollywood and go, yeah, I saw that last year. Oh, yeah, I saw that last season. It's the same stuff. You know, I got to break it up and do something different. It's boring otherwise. Hopefully, that coffee's so good. Hopefully you caught the latest 2 videos that I did on the bears. The bear came up. The bear. Rosie and the babies. And the short video, it's actually, I think a minute, maybe a minute, 2 seconds, something like that. The cubs discovered a baby raccoon, and it was on the fence, because I have fence around the back of the deck. And the little baby was climbing up trying to chase the raccoon. And I caught that. It just happened to be at the right place at the right time. My phone was in my back pocket, and I clicked it. And then as I'm standing there looking at the bear chasing the raccoon, the other baby bear was approaching me. And I looked down. You can see that I looked down. Whoa. I go, hey, because I didn't want him coming any closer to me. And that's all you have to do. You go, hey. And you'll see the bear turn and run away. But then I go back to catching the video on the bear chasing the raccoon, and guess who comes back around the corner again? That little baby raccoon, baby bear. And then the next video is Rosie and the babies, and they're just kind of hanging around the deck. They just come up, she'll lay down, she'll just kind of kick back for a little while. I don't have any problem with her. She's a good bear. She's quiet. Now the little ones, when I see them, I know mommy's not far, so I usually hightail it. Now I knew where Rosie was when they were chasing the raccoon. I knew that she was on the lower deck. I could hear her feet clicking, so I knew I was okay. But I didn't hang around long, I literally did it in 1 minute, because I did want to push my luck. So I made sure that I got the video, put it up there for you, because you guys don't see that every day. You don't. I see it every day, twice a day. She came back right after that, but I didn't even bother getting the video. She came back about 45 minutes later. I go outside. I'm straightening up out there, and I go, hi, Rosie, what are you doing? She's just doop, 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 looking around. I go, I don't have anything here. There's nothing for you. There's nothing here. And she just she cleaned herself, and then she took off again. But I am gearing up to start working on the cabin again. And I have been working on it diligently the last few weeks as best as I can, mostly inside. Did the roof, I got to do the gutters still. I still have to do the gutters. I'm in Sevierville now. This is not the old part of Sevierville, but this is the newer part where everything is. Whatever restaurants you want, whatever stores you want, they're right here. Right on, this is 66/Parkway, same thing. What is it? Winford Dunn. It's all the same thing. They're putting up something new here. Join our team, Valvoline Oil. So an oil change place is coming up here. I just passed it. If you were looking, you can always back it up afterwards. Building a brand new building here. They're building everywhere. There's always something being built. Yes, it is, Tommy, right next to Frank Allen's. And I've been going there, 8 months now, maybe? And it's very convenient for me because I always go by it anyway because my banks are up that way. So I just, no matter when I go up, I just run through the car wash. It's not costing me any more money. And for 20 bucks a month, I'm getting easily one wash a day, right? And that comes out to like $1 something, you know. Sometimes I get 2 washes or more. It really depends on how dirty the car is. So I think it's an investment, not a bad one at all. Nothing like a clean car, Cindy Lou Who. That's right. I did vacuum it the other day, so the car's still nice and clean. But I usually do that too. And they have free vacuums. They offer you free rags and spray and free carpet cleaners. If you have carpets in your car, which most people do, you can just use the machine and it cleans them all up really nice. I'm very happy with it. T and Me says they call me mittens, concrete fingers. Yeah, well, you know, that does happen over time, Tommy. You know that. Now, my fingers have luckily not boned up. And usually, when you get into your 60s, they start getting arthritic. And I've been, I guess, blessed enough not to have really any major arthritis in my body. Well, they're building something over there, too. Right next to the free moonshine tasting, something pretty big. They leveled the property out. So that's a sign that maybe either another hotel goes up or an antique photo, old-time photo. We need a few more of them. There's not enough of them in town. Or another moonshine tasting next to a moonshine tasting doing more moonshine tasting. AA is going to do real good in this state. All the people getting liquored up in these places. Life of Mount Folk. How you doing, guys? Hey, Mr. Fred. Dry Creek Home Collection saying hello. Bear vid was incredible. Oh, you got to see it. Thank you. Thank you. I was going to turn the one into a short, but I forgot that when you do a short, you can't do portrait mode. You have to do the standard mode, your camera up and down, not sideways, because it cuts off half the video. Otherwise, that would have been a short today. Shorts are coming back. Joshie and I were talking about that last night, and he's getting hits on his. And they're really easy to do. They're a minute. You can't make them over a minute. So anything silly or interesting or even dumb, you just put it on there, and all the buttons are on your phone. Oh, and you can only do it on your phone. I listened to the video late last night because I was looking why I can't get shorts on my computer. And I tried taking my underwear off and putting it on the computer, but they wouldn't stay there. I can't use the PC for doing shorts. You can only use your phone. I go, oh, that sucks. Because I could do a lot more editing, make it a little more fancy, but you got to do it with your phone. You can see traffic coming in, right? You do see that on the left, all the trailers and motorhomes. They're coming in. Jeff said last night, I think the campers were coming in today sometime. That's a lot of driving into one place. And that's just the one place. You think about how many RV places, establishments there are, and people are just going to them. It is amazing. It's the last weekend, kids. This is it. After that, it's I don't think it'll change much. I think what will happen is once the leaves change, the momentum will pick back up like it always does, because everyone wants to come up here to see the trees, the leaves, and so do I. I can't wait. I did notice up at the cabin, someone asked me that today on comments. Yes, the leaves are starting to change up by the cabin. The further north you go or further higher up you go, the leaves are starting to yellow. They're turning light green and yellow, and they're starting to turn. So I'd say in the next couple of weeks, there's going to be more and more color available for those of you that come up here. Dry Creek says the cubs are growing. Yeah, they're growing fast. Try not to Life with Mountain Folk. We have one of those Valvoline places being built. I guess what, they're going up all over the place. I prefer to change my own oil. I just, I've done it all my adult and younger life on all my cars. It's a part of my routine of taking care of the car. I don't trust those places. I've had a few incidents in my life where I got screwed. They didn't do what they said they were going to do, and they always try to sell you something else. Well, you need an air filter. You need this. You need that. Look, I change everything myself. I know when I need it. I note the trip odometer and in the B mode, and I know when I'm in their hand. And they picked up a handful of grass and leaves and threw it on the filter. Now I know better than that, especially when it looks like you just threw them on the top, like you threw leaves on a plate. If it was truly in the car, they would be somewhat adhered to the fibers of the filter. You know what I mean? The pressure of the air going in would have pushed the dirt and the leaves against it. Not where he turned it over and everything fell out. And I go, hey, bud, I just changed this. If you look on, I wrote on it, because I do. I write on my oil filter and I write on my air filter, just in case I forget the date when I did it, and I know X amount of miles I've got to change all that. And they're just trying to scam you. And I like it. And then months and months before that, I went to a place and I just happened to notice, when they filling up the oil, they grab one of those nozzles. We grabbed the nozzle for conventional oil. And he started pumping it, and I go, hey, I paid you for synthetic. So I made him empty that out. I made him drain it all out. He was trying to scam me because it's $75 for synthetic, and he was giving me, the $5 special. So you guys got to be careful. You got to watch. Don't trust these guys. They're almost all scammers. So I prefer to do my own oil, because I buy my own synthetic oil, I buy my own filters, I buy my air filters, and I put them in. It's not hard to do. Pretty easy. And why pay somebody to do something you already know how to do? Are you that wealthy? Right? Remember, it's not how much you have, it's how much you keep. And if you keep handing it out to the man, you're not going to have any. The man will have it, not you. Let's see. What have I missed so far? When are you going to be recording another car show? On Saturday, see Randy's World. Oh, I'm sorry. Live Mountain Folk. We are going to be recording another car show. Okay, I'll check it out like I always do. You check out Life with Mountain Folk, and they're doing a good job. They're finding themselves, and it takes time to find yourself in YouTube. You got to kind of find that niche, and sometimes it takes a while. Every video isn't going to be a viral video. It just doesn't happen, And plus, you have to deal with a lot of butt heads. There's a lot of people out there who make really crappy videos, and I don't know how they get the views they get. But there are several, and I think we all know who they are. It's like, why would anybody watch some of this? This is so 101. It's so high school and so non-professional, and you don't have to be professional to be in YouTube, but it's so badly done that it's not worth watching. But some people get entertained by idiots. I'm happy just bringing you what I bring you. That's it. Take it or leave it. Right? Take it or leave it. If you get offended by the fact the bear comes on my deck, click off. You don't have to leave me a comment, because I don't really care. I leave them up there, let other people see what an idiot you are. If you don't like it, click off of it. You don't have to spout your venom to me, all right? Because it doesn't affect me. All it does is make you look stupid. I came up to these mountains to be around wildlife, because I've always been around wildlife. I had a small farm in Florida with all sorts of exotic animals, not just dogs and cats, exotic animals. And I'm licensed to be and care for them. I'm a licensed rehabber. and I have all the rights in the world to do all this stuff. Don't like it? Click off of it. You bore me. I'm turning back around because I've got to go to Bargain Barn. David Arsenault, how are you? Afternoon, everybody, from Newport, Tennessee. Almost in your neighborhood. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you're doing well. Jim Spencer, how are you? What up? Same old, same old, same old. Jim is saying hello to Fred. Janice, I like Janice. Janice Young, hello to everybody. David also, hello, Jim and Janice. Tommy D811, how are you? Haven't seen you in a little while. Hi, Jeff. Gatlinburg, he said it was cool there last year. Yeah, it was very hot day, cool night. And that means things are changing. And I love the cool nights. Because one, I don't have to run the AC. Two, I could open up the windows and breathe fresh air, not air-conditioned air. And I'm cool with that. And pretty soon, I won't have to run the AC at all. I can open up all the windows and just enjoy the mountain air. And I do at night. I love to sleep with a window cracked open and just breathe that fresh air. Nothing like it. PB on the go. Hey, Jeff and everyone. No, I'm not answering the phone. Another scam call. Oh, God. I get too many of those every day. So this is heading back. You can see the mountains in the distance. Heading back towards Gatlinburg. People gonna go, holy banana, I had to do an update on my Oculus. That took for, oh, you got it. Which one did you get? 40 watt. I haven't updated mine. And is the one that you just updated, is that the one that allows you to do a widescreen recording? Is that one out yet? Was it 43? I'm interested because I need to update. And I don't always do that. I can't wait for that because then I could record and show you some of the stuff. It's weird. Ron Laws, how are you? If you don't love it, leave it. If you don't, then shut up. Go ahead, Jeff. Do your thing. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate that. Yeah, Ron, it's amazing how many people, they won't come on live and say what they're going to say because I know you guys you'll say it for me. And they always have their opinions and they think they know so much more, and all it shows is they know nothing. Like I said, they watch one episode of Animal Planet and they are experts. They're Jack Hanna right away. You know, they watch one and they got it all figured out. Unbelievable. There's a lot of bozos out there. There's the Knife Works. Absolutely a must stop. The Knife Works, Smoky Mountain Knife Works. And go to the Relic downstairs. The Relic Room, man, that's the coolest place on the planet. And they got guns and ammo and all that stuff there. And they've got camping gear. Anything that has to do with the outdoors they have at that building. 3 stories of magnificence. 3 stories. Yeah, buddy. Jeremiah, good. How are you? Hey, everyone. Sure, beautiful. It is an absolutely beautiful day here. Casey's? What's a Casey's? That changed. That's been changed recently. That was a stop and go or something. Now, what is a Casey's? I mean, obviously the gas station, but I've never heard of it. Hey, it ain't no Buc-ee's. I still haven't been there. It ain't no Buc-ee's. Oh, God. Life of Mountain Folk. No worries. You can watch the replay. We won't be next week. Send out an update. Okay, thanks, Fred. I appreciate that. surprised that building hasn't been bought up yet. That Beehive building. Michelle N, how are you? We met you. I think it was yesterday, right? Michelle, and I think your husband's name is Tim, right? Pleasure meeting you guys. It really was. We met 7 couples yesterday at the Goat Coaster. Just came in at different times, but they just come in looking for Miss Marie and myself, and I am honored by that. That you take the time to come and harass me at the Goat Coaster. No, nobody harassed me. Wonderful people, wonderful. And my number one subscriber, Paul Cullum, came up with his friend Tammy, right? I think I got it right, Paul, right? Tammy, and came on up. He was the very first subscriber to Vacation Station TV, and still a subscriber. And I appreciate that, Paul. I really do. Paul's a nice guy. Loves to hike. Man, he loves to hike. I would need a gurney, an EMS and a gurney, if I walked as much as he did. Amazing. He'd be on the go. I would have to look at it. It was only up. Okay. What did you find you got? What cool things did you get? Because there's a lot of new hand movement updates where you'll be able to play more games without having to use the accompanying like joystick hand things where you can actually use your hands, the motion of your hands. I like that. I can't wait till I don't have to use those hand controls anymore. Just my hands. That's so cool because then it's quicker because you know your digits move quicker that way. Teleco Toys. What's happening, Bear Man? Life at Mountain Folk, Jeff. That those experts stay at Holiday Inn Express. Yeah, probably. Remember those? Yes, those joke commercials. Yes. No, they're probably the same ones, Fred, that were feeding the bears from their hotel rooms. You know, and they got thrown out. You know, they're the ones that give me grief, and they're the ones throwing ding dongs to the bear. Unbelievable. Mountains are getting closer. Zeke, how are you? Great to see you. Great to see you here. Thank you. Honored. So honored I took a drink of coffee. Ben, how are you? Hello again. 20 days left. You're counting the days, aren't you, to vacation? We stopped at the Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Oh, man, isn't that a trip? If you haven't been to it, listen to Ben, listen to me. You're going to have an experience there because they have these, I don't know, Ben, what would you call them? Those areas where they have like taxidermy bears, and they got a grizzly bear, and they have little scenes with rivers. I mean, they're all very realistic, you know, with Native Americans in canoes. It's just a whole day of fun there. And it's not just guns and knives. It's so much. Oh, I'm live again. I must have hit a dead spot. Sorry. Sorry. Rodney Buchanan, good evening. Mr. Jeff, 1 week counting, and we'll be doing that for some watch. I got to go around this corner here. We'll be there. Do what you for some of us. Damn it, it disappeared. Thank you, Rodney. I appreciate that. I get some grief from people because I just speak my mind, and sorry, I'm not going to shut up. You can write all the negative stuff you want. To me, it's a spell. Just a reason for me to do more. If you think I'm going to go away, go to another channel. Go away. I'm not impressed. You're kind of like a gnat. You know when you sit outside and those little gnats, they get around you? That's what I think of the people that do that. You're gnats. Good gnats. Jeremiah, already seeing cars coming in for the rut. Yes, they are. They are coming in. You'll There's some already parked. They're gearing up, and we're weeks away from Shades of the Past Rod Run. Weeks away. But a lot of these guys, they plan all year to come here for almost the whole month of September. They just hang. They rent the rooms and they just kind of hang here, and that's fine. It's good for business. No complaints. William Norwood. It was great meeting you yesterday. Yes, William. Yes, yes. That Goats on the Roof. Bill and Michelle. How are you? I remember you, Bill and Michelle. Nice people. A lot of nice people yesterday. It was just very unexpected. Where I'm standing there talking with somebody, and another couple comes up, and then I'm walking away, and another couple comes up, and I enjoy it. I have a lot of fun talking with you guys. I find out a lot about you, and you find out pretty much the same stuff I talk about here. Nothing new. Nothing new. Just what I do. Just what I do. Traffic's not really bad. I can deal with it. I'm not upset. Plenty of hotels. All out here. This would be, if you're smart, you won't go into the belly of the beast there in Pigeon Forge, because you're only a few miles from it, right here. And you can get yourself a hotel room cheaper and less nonsense, because there are back ways to go. Just up the street, make a right. You could pass all of that craziness in Pigeon Forge and get to where you want to go. Just follow my shortcuts. This here, what is this? The Murphy? They're $3.39. Gas has come down a little bit. I just get mine at Weagle Weigels now. Here's another building going up right here on the left. That's Big O Tires. Big O Tires. A tire store. I guess they needed more of those. I don't have any issue with that. There's Lowe's straight ahead. People ask, where's Bargain Barn? Lowe's is right there. You can see it. And then Bargain Barn is, you just make a left. Right here. This is the place. Bargain Barn. There's the sign. Bargain Barn. Quality foods at discount prices. And they're not kidding. Really great prices. I shop here a lot. And that's right there is 66. If you can, there's Pizza Slut right there. The red building, you see that? That's Pizza Slut. It's just right off the main drag. Easy to get to. And I highly suggest, with the prices the way they are now, you can get just about anything you need here. Now there are limitations, but if you're looking for cleaning supplies, they've got it. You've heard me say it before, but I buy by the gallon. I buy Gain or Tide and Downy and Dawn by the gallon. Concentrated. It's not watered down like what you get in the store. It's so thick it barely comes out of the bottle. And 1 gallon makes 3 gallons. So, and they do sell the empty gallons here, but I saved my old ones and then just split them up, and I keep them in the dungeon. And this way I've always got cleaning supplies, I've got laundry detergent, I've got dishwashing detergent, they've got toilet paper, paper towels, Windex, all of that stuff. And then in the food department, my goodness, they've got 50-pound bags of rice if that's what you're going to do, or you're going to have a large party. This is the place to come. They've got cans in regular sizes, or they've got the large cans. And my suggestion would be, with the way prices are going up, stock up on this stuff. Come here. They've got fish, frozen fish. They got meat. They've got wings. And you can get, when you go to like the box stores, let's say wings. Let's just talk about, there's a little bag of wings at these box stores. And they want, 10, 12, $15, depending on what brand you get. Here, you get a 5-pound bag, and they even have larger, 5-pound bag for the same price that you're paying for half of that bag. Bargain Barn. It's the place to go. Let me catch up on you. Ron Lane, have you ever met someone that's done it all and can do it better than you? You're missing something in there. Yeah, yeah. I run into that a lot, and I hear it on one of these other channels. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. The blowhard. Done it all, been everywhere, knows all, sees all. And those are the people I stay away from because nobody knows it all. Nobody's done it all. And I don't have room for blowhards in my life. And I don't think you guys do either. Joe, 39564, any dates for Skyland Ranch? No, but they're coming along. They're moving along. I would say, but just a guess on my part, by the holiday season, by the time Thanksgiving rolls around, I would think by then they'll probably be open because they're hustling. Judy Goodhart, hello Jeff and everyone. Hello Judy. PB on the go. Casey, you're all over in the Midwest. I like them, but it's not a Bucky's. I never heard of a Casey's. William Smith, I figured out that everyone is allowed to be stupid, but some abuse it. Yes, they do. They abuse their power. What's happening in Gatlinburg other than EA hauling cars? I don't know. Everything auto. They, they opened up. They're doing so well. Jeff and his wife are doing so well. They opened up a place in Gatlinburg as well. They've got a lot in Gatlinburg where they bring the cars. Because you got to remember, he would get your car, your truck, and then he'd have to run it back to Sevierville. To me, that's a waste of time because all that time you're going back and forth, you could have collected 3 or 4 more cars, make some more money. So now they've opened up a place in Gatlinburg. And I think I said it yesterday. If you come to Gatlinburg and you're not paying for parking, chances are you're parking illegally because there are very few free parking spaces. And those are coveted by everybody. Usually when somebody pulls out, somebody pulls right in. So if you think, oh, look at this number 26 over here, there's nobody in it. Those are usually employee parking spaces. And if you look, it'll say no parking except for employees, but people, some tourists, they don't read signs or they just don't want to think that it pertains to them because, hey, I'm a tourist. I have rights. No better rights than me. Teleco, Williamson, everything, all the, yeah, I watch Jeff all the time. Michelle Ann, just watched the Bear and Cubs at Preacher's Barbecue. Yeah, out there, they're kind of in the sticks of Preachers. William Smith says the title is Over the River and Through the Woods if you haven't seen it. No, I haven't, but I'm going to look. William Smith, Teleco Toys, watched a bunch of EA videos yesterday. Yeah, he's fun. Jeff, he's so calm. He doesn't let anybody trigger him. And I don't know how he does it. I don't know. Man, I'd be all over these people. How stupid do you have to be? That's how I would be. How dumbass are you? You idiot, look right in front of your car. It says no parking anytime. What, that doesn't pertain to you, Cupcake, Muffy, and Buffy? Right? Oh, Muffy, we're allowed here. We have a Lamborghini. Don't you know that we're somebody? No, you're not. You're nobody. Up here, you're a nobody. I don't care what you drive. But there's a lot of those people up here. And I watched one yesterday. Oh, my goodness. What a cupcake she was. I want my car back now. You deliver that car, my truck, back to me. I want that delivered. I'm not paying you that kind of money. That's it. I'm calling the police. And Jeff just goes, ma'am, that's fine. This is what we do for a living. And he's very calm, very laid back. And she's just cupcaking all over the place and making an idiot of herself. And in the end, she had to pay the price. Yeah, that's right. She even had a sheriff bring her. The nerve of this wacko cupcake to have a sheriff bring you. She didn't get an Uber. No, 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 no. Didn't get a cab. No, 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 no. She got a sheriff to bring her. Those type of people we don't like up here. We don't take a liking to your kind up here. Brian Marr, hello. How are you? Teleco says William Smith. He has some great videos. I watch them all the time. Nate's towing. Yeah, Nate's another one. But Jeff is his own. He's just kind of kicked back. William says I'll have to check it out. Telling him Nate is Jeff's brother-in-law. I didn't know that. They're related. I didn't know that. William Norwood, thanks for the information about Bargain Barn. We're going to load up Friday. Yeah, I'm telling you, will not be disappointed. I have sent so many people, and when you come in, please tell Jacob, he's the owner. Just say, hey, I saw it on YouTube with Jeff. Vacation Station T. He knows who I am. And everybody come. I mean, even when Jeff and Tootsie come up here, he goes back with a list. All of his relatives give him a list of everything he needs. And I've seen the back of his car, full, full, full of stuff. You can stock up now. Look, this recession thing isn't going to be forever. Okay, once we take over the house and everything like that, it'll come to a halt. Things will start getting back together. But until then, you got to save money. You got to find ways to cut corners. And this is the way to do it. You come in here, dog food, plenty of dog food, cheaper than anywhere else I've ever been. And I get it for the raccoons because I don't have a dog. I get 50 pounds every 2 weeks, and I don't even own a dog, but I got a lot of raccoons. They've got birdseed, dog food. I'm going through it in my mind. Canned food, anything you can think of, canned food wise. Sauce, drinks. They got all the power drinks. If you like Gatorade or was that Power something, they've got it. You buy the case, and it's so cheap. Because when you go into a store, if we drove right up here to whatever this place is here, Vinny Boom Bots Gas, you're gonna pay what, $2.49, $3 for one bottle. You come right over here and get a case for that price. David Arsenault, I shop there also. Great, very good, David. Make sure you mention Vacation Station TV. I would appreciate that. Tommy D, 811. Any thoughts on the Christmas place? It's a nice place. A little pricey, but definitely worth going in. Without a doubt, go in there. And while you're at it, go across the street. Walk across the street to the Christmas Inn. Because you can go in there. They have no problem with you walking through and like touring around. It's just unbelievably Christmas in there. And go down to the first level. When you walk in, you're on the second level. Go downstairs, and they have this gigantic glockenspiel chime thing. It rings at the top and the bottom of the hour every 30 minutes, and it's wonderful. The bells come out and they move. It's free. You just sit there. They have chairs. You just sit there, and I've videotaped it. It referenced the videos, but if you can go there in person, much better. If you can experience it, sit in that chair and listen to it, it's really beautiful. Definitely a must. It's one of those things that you're not going to find another one around here, and that's the uniqueness of the Christmas place and the Christmas Inn. It's a one of a kind. If you're looking for antique photos, there's probably 30,000 of them up and down this road. And there isn't a unique thought in this whole town sometimes. Everybody copies everybody, and all they do is they're cutting their own throats. And that's the problem with business people who don't know what they're doing. They assume just because you're doing good, just because that place is doing good, you're going to be doing good. So I'll take their business away and I'll do better. No, you won't. All you're doing is hurting both of you. You're both getting screwed. Because then you have to do the price war thing, and you got to compete, and it's just not worth it. Come up with a unique individual idea, and you'll be fine. And there's lots of original ideas up in there in your brain. I think, I'm hoping that you have an original idea. Let's see what else is going on that I could share. Oh, the other day, it was right after it was like the day after, 2 days after we had a thunderstorm. This is going back last week now. And I'm washing off the decks like I do almost every day. I wash off the upper and lower decks because the raccoons make a mess, the birds leave seeds all over. So I wash off the decks. I'm getting ready, like I said, to stain them. So I got to keep them clean. So I'm running the water like I always do, and all of a sudden it runs out. And I've never had that happen before. I go, what the hell just happened? I'm hosing la 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 la, and it goes out of water. I've never been out of water. I got a 1,200-foot well. It better not be dried up, or we're in deep, deep tongue. So I searched it out. I said, all right, what's the problem? I turn off the hose and I wait about 15 minutes or so because I'm thinking, all right, maybe the bladder empty, but that should never happen. My pump fills up the bladder as it's running. It never lets me down. So I go in the house and I turn on the sink, the water, the cold water sink, and black water comes out. I go, oh man, the well dried up. I go, no, no, no. And I'm freaking. I'm going, holy mackerel, what the hell just happened? And putting a well in isn't cheap. So I called up a few places, and they go, you're sure okay? Yeah. Oh, you're dead. That well's no good no more. We're going to have to go down like 3,000 feet now. What? And I called a bunch of different people. And of course, I'm paraphrasing. And one guy's, I said, well, what is this going to run me? Well, talking about where you are, we got to start around $9,000, $9,000. And then from there, that's where we go. We got to go down a little bit more. We got to charge you a little bit more. I'm going, holy mackerel, $9,000? Holy mackerel. So I think I called 4 places, and they were all kind of similar in what they were offering me. It was outrageous, digging a hole in the ground. That's all it was, just a hole in the ground. So, and I got somebody, hello there, pulling next to me. So I didn't commit to him or anything like that. All I did was I said, okay, I'll take your number and I'll get back to you on that. And so I said, let me see over here. So I went into the house again, and this is after I made all these phone calls. 15, 20 minutes go by. And I said, I'll turn on the faucet just because I'm that way. Let me turn on the faucet. All of a sudden, there's water. It was dirty, and I let it run, and then it started to clear up. I'm going, all right, what's going on here? If it's dried up, it's dried up. That's the end of a well. If it's dried up, it's dried. So I said, let me think about this for a minute. And right then and there, I noticed that when I'm standing at the sink, the pantry is not very far away. And in the pantry, on the ground, is the blue bladder. I don't know if any of you have that. The blue bladder, it's a tank that holds the water before the filtering. And I didn't hear it. And normally, when I'm at the sink, I can hear the pump that's right there in front of it kick in. It clicks, and then you can hear the water. It goes, and the water's filling up. I don't hear that. I'm going, oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. So I get closer to the bladder itself. I don't hear any water rushing in like I normally heard water. And inside that pantry, there's a junction box on your left head high, and I look at that, and I'm aware what it is. It's a distributor mechanism. Inside of it, you take it off. There's 2 capacitors in there, and it triggers the pump. So I said, maybe this is gone. So I take it off. I look at it, and I say, if the capacitors are gone, they show that they're gone. It's like a light bulb knows when it's blown. I look at it and go, this doesn't look blown to me. So I plug it back in, and I still don't hear it kicking in. I'm waiting for that pump to kick in that's down below the bladder, not kicking in. I said, all right. So I'm trying to cut the story short. So I called up a few more people, some pump people, and asked them this question. I said, look, here's the deal. Here's what's wrong, and can you help me out? And one guy was very informative. And explained, did you track it all down, and did you look? And I said, I've tracked it down, but I'm not getting any response. I already checked the power panel. Everything is fine. It didn't turn off. That's the first thing you do anyway. You go to your power panel. But everything was fine. So I shut the power off. And the next guy called up. Oh, sounds like you need a new mini septic pump, about 800 down, and and we come on out there, and it'll start at around 2:55 an hour, and we'll troubleshoot this thing. And I go, how many hours is that going to take? Oh, it could take 8, 12 hours. But holy mackerel, these guys, they pop these numbers off their head. They're making more money than my attorney. 2:55 an hour. That's no parts included. That's just searching around, stumbling around. 2:55 an hour. That's ridiculous. So I made one more call to a local pump guy over here. I think it was Clark's. And the guy, they were the ones who installed it. And I called him up, said, here's what's going on. He says, look for the turnoff switch. And I'm looking around. I said, wait a minute. I remember seeing that when I built the pantry, because I enclosed the pantry. I said, boy, that was up there to the right underneath all this stuff. I look in there, and I find fuses. Now, not many places use fuses. You know what I'm talking about, the screw-in fuses? And I look at them. They don't look blown, but I click the handle down to make sure there's no power going in there. And all right, let me look. They didn't look blown. So I raced down to Home Depot, and I said, you got any 30 amp fuses here, these high, what, they're more durable than a standard 30. They're meant for the heavy equipment type stuff. Because, yeah, I've got them right over there. Pick them up, I go home, screw in the fuses, turn it on, and the pump engages. Pump engages, the bladder fills on up, I run the water, all the bad water out of it, change all the filters in the faucets, and there it is. So I got one guy ready to come out for $9,000 to put a new pump in. And do you think for a minute when that person discovered, if I was just an everyday person, not savvy enough to ask questions, how many people they screw over a day? Yes, ma'am, you're going to need a new 12,000 foot pump. We're going to go to China on this one, and we're going to get you fresh water. I want to know how many times that they put in a new pump, or maybe no pump, and they change a fuse and they walk away $10,000 richer. What do you think? That the moral of the story is do homework before you hire a contractor to do anything. Search, investigate, and if you can't do it, find somebody who can, that's knowledgeable, that has no agenda with you. Like if they're not going to get anything out of it but helping you solve a problem. Then you get the truth. If somebody's going to make money, they're always going to go, well, you need to buy a new Lamborghini and probably have to stain the house and maybe put in some new carpeting and the pump will work much better. You know what I mean? You get those guys. JT's Adventure, hello. I'm sorry I've been missing you guys when the bridge is actually part of the home. William Smith, excuses. Susan Louise just left the Smokies yesterday. I hope you had a good time. Ben, hello. Virginia Alexander, hi. Telco Toys Justice about calmest token. Yeah, he really is. He's so mellow. The lady removed her review. Ben, that lady removed her review in a hurry. EA posted the video. I'm glad. She was a cupcake. She was an entitled idiot. Did you see the truck she's driving? A $80,000 truck. Sure, it was her husband's, but you know her. She's at the salon 3-4 days a week getting her toes and hair did, spending daddy's money, all of her husband's money. And she thinks she can park anywhere she is because she's driving a big truck. Sorry, sweetheart. Susan Louise. I went to the park barn yesterday before we left. Thanks for showing us place. Great. Hopefully you mentioned it. I would really appreciate that. That really helps out the channel, and it helps out relationships between the people that I do business with, because they know then that Vacation Station TV gets results. We do get results for people. Just ask the coaster. I mean, Ross can't be any happier. I pull people in there all the time. The same thing with any of these other places I do business with. Gonna go. William Smith, I saw the review, full of lies. Buddy Wilkinson, hello. I'm catching up. John Esper, good afternoon from Columbus, Ohio. Natalie Werner, hello, dude. Dave B. Jeffy, start your new house. No, I'm holding off until things settle down here. I'm just waiting. I'm in no rush. I'm not. I got to know where this economy is going before I make any more commitments. You know, because if you jump in, if you're thinking about building a home right now, I think you'll take a loss before you think you're going to take a profit because it's going to still cost you a lot of money to build, and the market is still fluctuating. So you may, let's just say you're going to put 500,000 into a house. That house, by the time you're done with it, you may have 500 into it, but now on the market it's only worth three. You're taking a loss. So I wouldn't make any moves until after midterm elections and things are starting to roll in the right direction. Otherwise, you're going to get hurt. Gundam Wing 102, you're new to me. Why do you dislike Mel's Diner? One, because of the Apple chick that was in there who offended me and four other customers and found out that that chick was sleeping with the cook slash owner and felt that she could treat people like crap. And I will not tolerate that. I will not. I am a customer. I I come in there and I put money on your counter, and therefore you're supposed to treat me with respect. And I'm not. You know, the food is average at best. At best, I go to the diner here, which is just to the left of your screen right now, and that is a superior place. Good people always get the same people that are there. They take good care of Miss Marie and I. That's where I go. I suggest you do the same thing. The diner in Sevierville. It's the same style. It's a 50s style, only bigger than Mel's. Mel's is very tight, very small. Just go up the street a little ways, go to the diner. I'm not saying go into the Sunliner. Go into Sevierville to the diner. You'll love it there. The food is great. And their Reuben is to die for. Northeast Ken, I remember the issue with Mel's. Yeah, it does. I won't go there. I will not. And Miss Marie and I go out quite often. So I take my money where my business is loved and welcomed, not where I'm treated like a dog. I just won't go back. And I pass that thing probably 6, 7 times a day. I'll go to McDonald's before I go to Mel's. John Esmer said, I agree, the diner is so much better. It really is, John. It's superior. And please try the Reuben. Man, it is so good. They cook their own corned beef right there, and it is tender every time I get it. It is and Miss Marie loves the chicken fried steak, loves it, and it's always good. Now, I used to do the chicken fried steak until I discovered their Reuben, and it's delicious. The chicken fried steak is extremely juicy. It's not overdone. It's a hearty piece of meat, and it's just perfectly done. It always comes out exactly the way I expect it. Mel's, there's always a different waitress. They go through waitresses like they go through paper towels. So you're going to get mediocre service, and the food average at best. I had their burgers. I've had almost everything there, and I'm going, well, I could have done this at home. I'm not impressed. Thank you. I love the channel. No, no problem. I'll call you Gun 102. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are duped. The tourists come in here and they see that, and right away they see that 50 vibe, the 50 style vibe, and they go right in there. And I don't see people coming out like clicking their heels when they come out the door. Like, man, that was a great meal. It's average. Everything in there is average. You go to the diner, you're going to have a whole different experience, and an airy experience. It's open, it's wide. The booths are super comfortable, clean bathrooms and everything. It's just right, and the food is delicious. Yeah, you can at Northeast can't beat the buffet. Go Sakura. Sakura is our go-to place. You want really good Chinese and Japanese food, buffet style, but you don't have to do buffet. You can go to the hibachi that's there. It's all included in the one price. Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, 10.95, all you can eat. You can go right to the hibachi, pick out the meats you want, pick out the vegetables you want. They'll cook it right there in front of you. and you'll go back to your table with a freshly made plate of Chinese or Japanese food. You design it the way you want, and you keep going back there again and again and again. You don't just get one plate. You want to go back again, maybe have some shrimp done up with some garlic toast. Yeah, throw a bunch of shrimp there. He'll cook them right up for you. Sakura. Let him know when you go in there, please, that you saw it on Vacation Station TV. We would appreciate that so much. Buddy says, I ate at Mel's one time. Never again. I'd rather eat ice cream at the Gold Coast. Of course you would. You're a sensible man, a wonderful person. Yes, their ice cream is good. You know what I had last night? And I shouldn't have, but the temptation was so strong. It was calling to me. I know I heard it. The voices were in my head. They're going, Jeff, come eat the coconut ice cream. It's so good. You know that you shouldn't, but you know you want to eat it, right? Right, big boy? And I did. I had a cone with their coconut ice cream. Real coconut ice cream. Pieces of coconut in every single bite. It was like a trip to the Philippine Islands. Just eating that. It was wonderful. John Esper, there is a waitress inside the diner. I believe her name is Christian. She's a fantastic waitress. At which, oh, the diner? Yeah, they're all good there. And you know, the key that I've noticed, those waitresses stay there. They work there, they stay there. Some of them have been there for 7 years, as long as we've been going in there. That's got to tell you something about the business. They pay their people well, and they feel secure there. Some of these other places, you know, you're getting waited on by a Tijuana crack whore, you know, and she may not be there in an hour or two. You know, if she runs out of dope, she's going to go somewhere else. I don't like that. I don't like that. Not at all. He has all that stuff brought into him. William wants to know where Sakura gets all those shrimp, all dem shrimps. And he doesn't, you notice, he doesn't get them little tiny popcorn shrimps. He gets those big butt shrimps. And he doesn't mind paying extra because he knows that people drive, and I know this for a fact, people drive from Knoxville, Johnson City, all over to come to Sakura because the food is that good. And it's Joshi approved. Peach ice cream, that's good too. I had that. Real, Fred, right? Real peaches, real pieces of peaches in every bite. Anthony Aquistapes, how are you? Hello, Jeff. And Coffee Joe. Yeah. Hey, what do you want? Good to see you. Good to see you too. Ice cream while swinging. Yes. What could be better? You're at the Go Coaster, sitting on the swing, and you're eating an ice cream cone, looking at the Smoky Mountains. Can't do that anywhere else. Can't. Anthony saying hello to mountain folk. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I got to get into the Go Coaster. I've got to get raccoon food because they're going to not be happy if I come home without any food. Thank you for joining me on Vacation Station TV. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what I got to do. It's free, doesn't cost anything. And share it with a friend. You know the share button on the bottom? Share that with a friend and tell them that you discovered Vacation Station TV, your virtual getaway. And I will see you all very, very soon. Bye, everyone.